Hello, this is Catherine Pincus at Chabot College, and I want to welcome you all to the first conference of the Delta Epsilon Chi Club and a special case study that we are doing to learn about business and business strategy. I have with me today Aaron Blattel from Innovation Energy Solutions, and he is going to talk to us about his company and the case study that we are presenting. Aaron?
Thank you, Catherine. So yeah, as Catherine has just said, my name is Aaron Blattel from Innovation Energy Solutions. We are a home energy auditing company, and I would like just today to talk to you about what we're doing and where we would like to go and how we think some of the students here can help us achieve those goals. So to start with, just a brief history of the company. The company came into existence in the minds of our CEO, Will, in late 2009. He started to bring together a group of people who he felt would complement each other in their ability to put together a business. The beginning of 2010, I joined in, and from then, we have been putting together a home energy auditing company. Now, I repeat that mostly because of the fact that this is a very new industry, and most of you are probably asking, what is a home energy audit? The essential idea here is that we come to a homeowner's house, run through the home, and identify the best ways in which they can save energy in the home. So people who are complaining about high energy bills, or perhaps even just want to go green, are the sort of people we interact with most. Our current goals are to expand our business. We have only been formed in the past year, so we're looking to expand our customer base and our brand recognition. Our current niche in the market is we are one of the few auditing companies that exclusively does the audit. We do not do any of the contracting work afterwards that we recommend. And we find many of our customers are comforted by this fact because they don't feel we're pushing an agenda. So to go into exactly who we're looking for and what it is that we deliver when we produce a home energy audit. This slide that I have up here was produced by Department of Energy, and it shows you the difference between an average home and an energy efficient home. And as you can see, the average home has a huge potential for savings. We find that our customers on average can save anywhere between 25 and 40% on their energy bills. And keep in mind that many of our customers are already very green-minded, which is why they know of the concept of energy audits. Beyond the concept of just reducing your energy bills, we can also help you seal the home in terms of air leakage. Now, this is very important for a number of people. A big concern that we get from many of our customers is comfort issues, where they feel that the house is drafty. Perhaps one room is very cold while everything else is very warm. And so correcting these temperature disparities. People have very bad allergies, and if you have a very leaky home, all the pollen's getting inside, and so they need someone who can come find a way to find all the leaks and help seal the home to prevent those allergies from getting too bad. The last issue, we help find mold and mildew problems. We help identify water infiltration, and we also have a thermal camera which can help us identify if there are any water issues inside the walls themselves. Now, because very few people actually know what an energy audit is, let me briefly run you through what it comprises of when we go to someone's home. So, looking at the slide here, there are essentially four main components that comprise our energy audit. To begin with, always start with safety. And so we'll cover this a little bit more in depth on a following slide, but essentially we go to the person's home, we go to all the gas appliances, ensure there are no gas leaks, ensure that the carbon monoxide levels are within safe ranges, and ensure that the unit is drafting properly. Just like if you light a fire in your chimney, you want the smoke to go up the chimney, not into the home. Same is true for your gas appliances. The second big thing we do is we have a blower door, and if you'll look at the photo, essentially what this is, it is a malleable door frame which can fit any exterior door. It's covered with a tarp and has a big hole for this industrial-sized fan that we put in. You turn that on and it blows air out of the home. This depressurizes the home and makes it very easy to find all those leaks in the house. Where originally you were saying the house was drafty, Now if you hold your hand up to those outlets, you can literally feel 3 prongs on the back of your hand. So any of those big holes in the building envelope are very easy to identify and find. Following that up, we also have a thermal camera. This allows us to do a non-invasive inspection of the walls. We can check the insulation, the attic, and the floor to make sure that they are retaining their heat properly and to see if there are any issues. This also allows us to identify water issues in the wall and occasionally, and very hopefully unlikely, identify loose wiring which may be overheating. The last section is one of the biggest sections, and it's just a visual inspection. We go through the entire home, we identify any issues that are readily available. More importantly though, we go through all of your appliances, take serial model numbers, and we look up the efficiency ratings so that we can properly take into account how much energy they're using. So just briefly talk about us versus our competition. A number of people ask me first and foremost, why pay you guys any money? I hear that PG&E does free audits. Well, to start with, they only do audits in a select number of locations at select time intervals. Currently, in the East Bay, they are not offering energy audits for residential homeowners. So that's your biggest takeaway there. Second of all, you get what you pay for. And we really put a lot of energy and effort into identifying where all the energy in your home is going to best help the homeowner. In terms of our competition, they definitely do much more than the free energy audits. They go through and they do most of what we do. But what really differentiates us is that we hold ourselves to the BPI standards. This is the Building Performance Institute. Now, energy audits are an evolving industry, so there aren't very many standards out there, and BPI is really coming out as the top dog, as the most well-respected one, and we adhere ourselves very closely to those standards. Second of all, something that really defines who we are is that we come at this from an energy standpoint, from the intellectual standpoint, if you will, rather than the contractual side. Many of these companies, you have someone who does contracting work, knows how to remodel a home, and then decides to look at the energy efficiency afterwards. All of our primary auditors are college educated in the realm of energy efficiency and applying it on the technical side. And so this is where we come from. We really understand what it means to reduce your energy usage, and we can help you do that. And one of the things we really focus on is not just the green aspect, which is what a lot of people think of when they think of home energy audits. We really put a lot of emphasis on helping the customer save money. And so one of the really big things that we do with the full audit is we produce this report, which is a proposal which outlines the best ways in which you can save money. As you can see here on this slide, this is just an example, but you can see that we produce a number of packages, the ones with the best return on investment. Some of them are small, some of them are much larger, and we kind of bring them out. So package 1 is the easiest things, package 2 better, and then package 3 is really the green package, which you only really do if you're really trying to push that last bit of energy efficiency. To combine with the proposal, we create a report. And in this report, we have all sorts of bits and pieces of information that summarize our findings from the energy audit. And looking at the slide, I've just outlined 4 sort of key items here. And one of the biggest things that we provide with our home energy audit is we provide the homeowner with a breakdown of where the energy in their home is going. Sometimes it's really good to get that proposal to let you know what you can do to save money, but some of our customers are very green and there's not too much more they can necessarily do. But learning about this breakdown about where your energy is going really helps them identify what are the key areas for them to target, either in terms of retrofits or in terms of habit. Many people are surprised to find things like their pool takes up almost half their energy bill. And so being able to reduce the amount of cleaning or heating of the pool unit. Sometimes it's their energy bill for heat, and just knowing that either they should put more insulation in or they should wear a sweater more often. So those are big things. You can also see here a breakdown of the energy costs before and afterwards. The home airflow, this talks about how leaky the house is and what target you should be aiming for. This lets you know how much air sealing is probably a good idea in order to create a comfortable home. And lastly, we break down the cost for any number of different areas. I put lighting up here as an example, but we also do entertainment, appliances, large appliances, and small appliances, giving you the breakdown there. As I was going on about, home safety is a very important aspect of what we do, and so we ensure that the customer receives a report that shows how their home performed in this. One of the things that people don't really think about in energy audit is safety, but we found over 70% of the homes I've personally audited, I have found a gas leak, and we're not talking about large, we're talking about something just a little bit, but still, a gas leak in your home is obviously not something you want to have happen, and it's good to have someone come in and identify those. Carbon monoxide also, odorless, tasteless, deadly, and you don't usually get very large amounts from your gas appliances, but at the same time, these things can build up, and it is very important to double check regularly to make sure that it is not putting carbon monoxide into the household. And so yeah, that gives a very quick overview of essentially what our business is and what it means to give a home energy audit. And so now I want to talk more broadly about our goals, our business strategy, and where we're going. And while I'm doing this, I'm going to put this in the context of the different modules that Catherine and I have created in order to best have the students focus in and try to find ways in which they can help us. So throw it out there again for our business strategy. This is still a very evolving industry, and as such, one of the biggest questions is really just kind of figuring out, where is the industry going? What are the next big things in the industry? Where should we preemptively be focusing our efforts in order to catch the next wave and really be where the money is at? Another big component of our business is how we can integrate with different companies. PG&E and municipalities are one of the biggest things that we've been trying to integrate with, and as of yet, we've had only limited success. We have integrated insofar that we use a number of their rebate programs, but we've not had very much business-to-business partnerships, which we would like to promote. That said, we have been able to recently partner with a solar company who wishes to give energy audits to their solar customers as an added bonus, as it's great to get solar panels, but you want to do the energy efficiency first. And so looking further into different ways we can potentially market with other groups. In terms of human resources, we're a very new business. There are only the 4 of us owners. We do have people who we contract work out to in terms of helping out with the audit work, but we have no full-time employees. And so one of the best questions that we have is, where should our efforts as each of us as an owner be focused? We don't really have defined roles. We kind of pick up what is happening at any given moment in time. And it may help us really create more structure if we had more defined roles for each individual. On top of that, we would really like to know, at what point should we start hiring full-time employees? Whether it be a full-time employee for helping audit work, can we hire someone as a receptionist, miscellaneous work? At what point do these roles become necessary enough that we actually hire a full-time employee? Finances is obviously the root of any business, and we are looking to have more of a financial goal set for the next few years. Currently, we've run very high-level numbers, and we are very confident that this business can work, but we don't have set goals. And so we feel going through the numbers, amortizing the equipment, calculating the profit from each job, and figuring out how much work actually needs to be done in order to both break even, make a profit for each owner, etc., would be a very good way for us to know what targets we have to make in order to essentially create a successful business. Also, another point we threw in here, we're kind of curious to see how much business we could generate with the way things are before we need to think about expanding. Last but not least, marketing strategies. Currently, we believe there are only 2 main competitors in the Bay Area. There are a few other small ones, and so we would like to see exactly how much market share is out there, how much business do they generate in terms of both customers and dollars, and where can we best fit in so that we can take this portion of the market. Another great thing with marketing is, of course, the fact that we present all of this material to all of our potential customers. I thought I had a potential book pamphlet there, but I don't. So in any case, so we would like students to look through the report, the proposal, and our pamphlet to make sure that we're providing materials which both fulfill the customer's needs and also, in terms of the pamphlet, bring business to us and is not missing anything. Last but not least, we want the students to take a look at the different marketing strategies we're currently using. SEO is working on our website and trying to get it more hits there. Event Boost is going, obviously, to different locations and trying to get face-to-face meetings with potential customers. B&I is a networking group, which I have partaken in, and am hoping to meet more business professionals to allow us to get more customers through a networking group. And Service Magic, which provides lead referrals. And last but not least, we are looking to see what is the best way to do face-to-face marketing, as there are any number of different ways from booths, networking groups, etc. So yeah, I think that summarizes quite nicely what we're looking for. So.
Excellent, Aaron. I think this is a wonderful summary, and I think it'll be the beginnings of your case study. I recommend that each student go over this presentation several times before our conference. Right now we're going to take a break, and then we're going to ask some students who have joined us here in the studio to ask some questions based on the presentation that we also think will be very helpful. So in just 1 minute we will be doing that.
Hi, my name is Christopher Dodge. I'm a business student here at Chabot. I really enjoyed your presentation. I didn't even know that was an industry, so it's always fun learning about new things. My question had to do specifically with the human resources area. What specializations and expertises do you currently have as a company within your employee base? And in what areas would a new person with a new expertise be most beneficial to you?
Well, Christopher, thank you very much. And yeah, that's a very good question. So as I outlined in the presentation, there are 4 of us as co-owners. Will was the original founder. He came up with the idea, and his area of expertise certainly is business. He is going into an MBA program right now, and he is definitely most in charge of sort of the outline of the business and our goals and direction and where we're headed. So that's his area of expertise. Brian was brought on next, and his area is much more electronics and programming. He currently is the one who maintains our website and is currently trying to get it as best integrated to maximize the number of hits on the website. He, however, is also very much on the mechanical side of things, and he's done a lot of electrical work. He is also BPI certified, so he leads audits as well on occasion. Ravi, the final individual, he does the finances for our business. Myself, I came at this from a very much an energy standpoint. That's what I studied and what I've done in business at the Lawrence Berkeley National Laboratories. So my goal pretty much is to maintain the role as the primary auditor, the man on the ground who does the work for the company, essentially. I would say that the area we most would need someone would be marketing. As of right now, we all pick it up bit by bit. Will does a bit. I do a fair amount through networking myself. So I'm sort of the face of the company right now. But ideally, at some point, I will have so many audits on my hands that I will no longer be able to fit all that in. And marketing would definitely be a very strong, essentially, field for the next person we bring into the company.
Hi, my name is Jin Kim. I'm the business student in Chabot College. It's a good time to learn about your company and what your company do. My question is more about the partnership with other industry. what kind of partnership is industry available, specifically PG&E?
Another great question. Ideally, with PG&E in particular, we would love to form a partnership where we essentially can go to the customer, offer them a free energy audit, and have PG&E pay us for it. This may sound fairly absurd, but PG&E makes money by having their customers become more energy efficient. So if we can find a way in which we can make these home users more energy efficient, we can actually make it worth PG&E's while to pay us to do energy audits. Perhaps not the full audit we currently do, but perhaps a somewhat shortened version which still produces viable results. So that would be the main partnership we would ideally have with PG&E.
Thank you very much.
Hello, my name is Alex DeCrosaro. I'm a business student here at Chabot. I just wanted to thank Aaron and Ms. Pincus for this opportunity to meet new business. As an entrepreneur myself, I really love new and emerging businesses. Aaron, my question is about the marketing of your company, and overall, within a 5-year time period, what is your proposed market share? What is your target market share for this new industry?
Alex, thank you for being here. And to answer your question, we best can determine our market share by looking at what our competitors currently are doing. And so our largest competitor is called Recurve. And the issue here is the fact that our competitors not only do energy audits, but they also do the retrofits afterwards. And obviously this will skew the dollars because of the fact that so much money is in the retrofits themselves. For example, certain retrofits can run into the tens of thousands of dollars. Currently, the latest numbers from Recurve are in the past 5 years, they have hit $250 million worth of business. We're hoping to bite into a fairly large portion of that. That said, because only a small percentage of that is actually the energy auditing work, I would say our current goal in the next few years is to hit between $500,000 and $1 million worth of business annually.
Well, thank you everyone for Aaron for the presentation, and students for these really excellent questions. And I'm delighted to have you all here, and I want to thank you for helping with the case study today. Thank you again.
Thank you, Catherine.